Wade drove his car to the fish market on the edge of town. It was late in the day and the smell of fish permeated the market. The exhilaration of the day's first delivery started to subside as the men traipsed madly in their wooden slippers. They washed the great planks of wood that held the fresh fish, while the women feverishly replenished the buckets. Further down the promenade way past the pickle baskets filled with sandy paste and reeking of garlic. He spotted a sign for squid, and he knew he had found his way through the maze. He remembered the two men who lured him back to the market to trade an octopus for a ride. They shed their stinky clothes and told him that they too had wandered to Kitahama to alleviate a debt, and suddenly they were chums. Wei laughed and told them he knew about putting off debts. The fishmen had fallen in love with the windows and the shiny metallic hood of the Benz. They did not hesitate to believe that it was once a keepsake of the emperor. Wrapped in a white and blue headband, the man pushed the fish along the planks and into the baskets by quality and size. "Where's your partner?" asked Wei. The man looked blankly at Wei. "Don't you remember? You drove my Mercedes-Benz." The man peered over the pile of fish and strained to see the face of Wei. You took off all your clothes to take a ride in my Benz." After long hesitation, an embarrassing memory surfaced. Then finally a luster returned to the man's eyes. "I've dreamed about it more than once. Wei had a wonderful time that day, don't you remember? And you and your friend said you wanted to buy the Benz, remember? Your friend said 100,000 yen would be a steal for a car like that." "Oh," he chuckled, talking price between debtors is like living a fairy tale. You can always believe what you want to believe." "But your friend seemed very convinced," said Wei. "My partner went to the docks," he said, "and I don't know when he'll be back. Your friend said he could get his hands on 150,000 yen. It's possible, it's always possible, but new fish come in every day with new promises and new bellies, and you know what happens to each and every one of them." "No," said Wei, rather dumbfounded. "They get their heads chopped off, day after day." Wei looked back at the fish man and wrangled a smile. Wei had been so sure that the two men would bid that he hadn't come up with another plan. "Where's the car anyway?" said the fish man. "I sure would like to see that again. Take it for a whirl." The stocky fishman bent to grab a squid. It was so large that it made Wei sick to watch him divide the huge mass into parts. It made Wei remember his meager options. "Speak of the devil," said the fishman. Wei turned, hoping to find that the other fishman. Instead, he saw Takechi, the head of the Takechi family, in the distance. Takechi sent a gangling roughneck ahead to snoop around for unpaid bills. Wei could smell a collector a mile away, and his instinct was to duck and run. Whether Takechi knew it or not, he had funded Wei more than once, and Wei owed him a considerable sum. If Takechi wanted his money, he was sure to get it. Wei hid behind a crate of pungent seaweed to avoid the gaze of the gangly man. "Scared of Takechi, aren't you?" laughed the fishman. "Takechi dips his ring in his egg, doesn't he? Cleans his navel with goose eggs, likes raw eggs with his noodles." Wei crouched down, unsure if Takechi's man had seen him or not. Fear was written in bold script upon his face. Wei knew, as sure as he knew the amount he owed to every collector, that a man could rob one master to pay another. "Perhaps we can discuss a price for the Mercedes-Benz," said Wei. "A collector one day, a debtor the next?" asked the fishman. "Anyway, I think Takechi might be interested in a car like yours. Anything is possible, especially for a clever man like you. Anything is possible. It's also possible that all of the fish today get to keep their heads,